even think of a title for this video, so sorry about that. I just can't think of what to call it because I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I feel like I need a filter on because I've got no makeup on and I look really bad. I don't even know what colour that is now. I didn't know if I was going to do a video today or whenever. I just don't really have that much to say, and then I come on here and I try and think of things to say. And sometimes I manage to think of a lot, and other times I don't. So I'm not doing too good with this video so far anyway, because I couldn't even think of what to call it. I'm just drinking a eggnog latte. I've almost finished it. I get the large because, oh god, it's as big as my head. It's not much price difference between medium and large, so I might as well get the large. And it's limited edition, so it won't be there in the next week or two. And this is the second day in a row that I've had one. I can't sit here for long. I'm meant to be doing things today. Saturday, oh it's Sunday. Sunday's my busiest day, but I'm struggling to get anything done today. Because of how I'm feeling. I'm super down. And I'm in a lot of pain with my illness. I'm having to take massive doses of pain relief. And I'm not overdosing before someone comes along and thinks I'm overdosing. But I'm allowed a lot of pain relief. I've been prescribed it by my doctor. And I've been told how much I can have, because when I saw her last week I said I'm a little bit concerned that I'm taking too much because no one's actually told me how much I can take. I've just been given a very strong pain relief. I've also been given codeine, and I've been told I'm allowed paracetamol and ibuprofen as well. So I said, I know how many codeine and the other one that I'm allowed, but how many paracetamol and Nurofen am I allowed to have? Because it's confusing. When you're told you can have all this pain relief, you don't know how much you can have. Obviously on the ones that have been prescribed, I know how many I can have a day because it says on the label what the maximum is, but I just didn't know how many of the others I could have. And I wasn't even having the maximum amount a week ago, but a lot has changed in a week. So that was why I was concerned, because I was taking more and more because I was in more pain. And normally I've got a really high tolerance to pain, so I could put it off for hours, or even some days I could put it off all day because it weren't getting what I would consider bad enough for me to take it. But the last couple of weeks it's just got more and more intense and more frequent, and the pain relief isn't as lasting as long as it should. So it's really difficult because I am waking up in the night with it. Last night I kept waking up every few minutes, and when you fall asleep and it feels like you've been asleep ages, and then you look at the clock and you've been asleep for minutes. That's what was going on with me last night, and it was getting really frustrating because I kept thinking that I'd been asleep for a long time. Then I'd wake up and it'd be minutes later. So yeah, pain's really like getting to me, but I'm still like refusing to have the full treatment. I'm not gonna give up. It's just I just didn't know the pain would get to the point where I don't know that I'm struggling, because I am really struggling with it. Like now I'm in a lot of pain, and I've had pain relief. Like I had it like, I don't know, I'm gonna start writing down when I've had it because I keep forgetting. I know it's about 2 hours ago now, so I can't have any more for 2 hours. And I don't know what time that would be, because it might make it an awkward time to take my next one after that. So I might have to hold off until bedtime. I don't even know what time it is now, actually, to be honest. Like, I don't have a clue. It's confusing when it gets dark early. Like in the summer or whenever, I'm always good at kind of working out what time it is based on what the lightness is like outside, but now it's just like 4 o'clock and it's pitch black and I don't even know what time it is. Like, I'm gonna find out now, actually. £5. I've got so much to do. It's £5. I've done next to nothing. I've hardly got anything done today. And it's because of how I feel, both physically and mentally. Like, mentally, I'm so low. And I don't know what to do anymore. I was really bad last night. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't film. I was just so low, and yeah. I try not to come on here when I know that I'm super low and I'm crying and stuff, and I'm thinking about ways out and things like that. I try not to come on here because I don't want to say some of it on here, because I don't want people to see me like that. I know sometimes I do come in here, it just depends on how I feel, but last night was really tough and I've barely slept, and don't know, I've got so much to do, and I'm going to walk down now because I've got to put some food in the oven. Not that I've really been eating much lately, because I don't really feel hungry anymore because of my illness. And my doctor asked me the other day, like, has my appetite changed? And I was like, no. But that was because my appetite changed weeks and weeks ago, and I didn't realise when she asked me. So I'm seeing her tomorrow again because she wants to see me weekly because of how ill I am. I'm gonna have to like say like I'm not eating properly, and I'm not really drinking that much, but I just had a big drink, so that's probably the biggest amount of liquid I've had lately. I had one yesterday and like 2 other drinks, and that was it. Not really wanting to drink much, and things like this fill me up. It's probably going to be noisy in the kitchen because the dryer's on. It's on like for hours on a Sunday. It's like drying day. See if I can get this on here first time. So normally on a Sunday, sometimes it's Saturday, I've already done one load of washing this week because I've seemed to have worn a lot more than normal this week. So normally on a Sunday I'll do a load of washing and I'll split it up when it's washed. Some goes in the dryer, some goes on the radiators, because some stuff you can't put in the dryer, some stuff I don't like in the dryer. Then I separate it into what needs ironing and what doesn't. And then I wash my bedding. My bedding's washed, it's ready to go in the dryer, and I do everything separate, or otherwise it just ends up tangled. So the clothes are nearly done. They're probably actually done because this is an interesting video, isn't it? It's because I've got nothing else to say. So I can probably empty that and start getting the bedding dried. I'm not going to talk from over there because I'm not going to shout, so I'm still here. If you're wondering what's taking so long, I don't just get the washing out and screw it up. It does actually get folded up. The stuff I personally put in the dryer is normally stuff that I don't iron, and that isn't like anything special. Like what I've just took out is actually for me pyjamas and a towel. That's all of my stuff. The rest is like my dad's shirts and stuff, so I don't put anything in the dryer that is anything like, I don't know. These are as good as Bounce. I only got them because Tesco don't do Bounce, and this is like the second box I've had. They're really, really good. They have just put them up by 25%, but they're still cheap. I love that my washing's just falling on the floor, especially because there's dog fur on the floor. So I'm just about to put this in the oven. I wouldn't normally get like beef or anything from the supermarket, but I normally have chicken. I can't believe they've got a security tag on it. It wasn't even that expensive. Who would steal something that cost £3.48? Seriously, come on, get a grip. I can't believe it's got a security tag on it. The mind does boggle at times. Normally, I would have put this straight in the oven from the fridge. But then, I think earlier there was like, I was walking past the TV and the Jamie Oliver Christmas one was on, and he said you should take your beef out the freezer, not the freezer, the fridge. Like, I think he said like an hour and a half before you cook it, or an hour before, so you cook it at room temperature. So I came in here and took it out then. That was like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. So it probably does cook it quicker. So that's what I did anyway. I'm going to address something in this video actually. A lot of people think it's very strange, or they don't understand that I don't really have a relationship with my mum, and I'm not going into the ins and outs of it on here, but we don't really have a relationship. And I've tried a lot, especially when I was a teenager and you need a mum, obviously. I tried, but she just didn't want to know. But even like before she left, she wasn't really much of a mum to me. And I'm not gonna go into everything that went on, but like a few people like don't understand it at all. And I've not seen my mum since May. She doesn't try to see me. I wonder if I've got any rolls for her. She doesn't try to see me. She doesn't try to ring me. She doesn't anything. And I wanted some rosemary. That's my favourite herb, but now I can't. Must have used it all because I really wanted some on. Oh well, not having any rosemary on. So, I mean, last time I spoke to her was in June because I rang her, and in the background my stepdad was shouting stuff out and she was trying to stop him from shouting it out, and it wasn't very nice, and I don't know if she realised I could hear everything he was saying. So I think she saw my dad Friday, I'm not sure, and she was basically moaning because I haven't done a Christmas list, but I don't particularly want anything. Like, I honestly don't want anything. Like, the last thing on my mind is, what do I want for Christmas? The way I feel, I don't care. Like, I wouldn't care if I got nothing. Like, that's how I really feel. So he said, can you just like do a quick list? So, and I'm skipping ahead slightly and I'm going to go back to something in a minute. So this afternoon, or like an hour or so ago, I did like start looking, but there's nothing like that. I don't know, like, I'm picking stuff just for the sake of picking stuff to put on a list so she can get a couple of things off the list. And I've put like a Lizzo set on because I got one last year, not off her, off my dad, and I really enjoyed using that. I think I've still got a little bit left of one of the products, so I've put one of them on. I doubt she'll get me that, and I've put a couple of things on from the Body Shop, one being like a face mask, that's £18, which I can, well, there's 40% on at the moment, so I think that's pretty reasonable. And then I put a couple of other items on from Boots, like makeup-y type items, or I think it's mainly skincare. And then I know my dad's getting me a necklace for Christmas, and I've put on the matching earrings on the and I never normally buy matching, but I would wear them separately rather than together, so I put them on the list. But I know she won't get me the earrings because of how much they are, and my dad said he's gonna like say to her he's gonna go half on the earrings, but he's not gonna tell her that he's buying me the necklace, because if she saw the price of the necklace she'd just have a rant. But I'm actually spending a lot of more money on him than he is on me, so, and it's nothing to do with it at the end of the day what I spend on him and he spends on me, because she made comments about what I got him for Father's Day to him. She wasn't happy, and her comment was all I got was some flowers. But at the end of the day, like, even my dad said that he was surprised I remembered to actually get her anything, because when it was Mother's Day I was going through hell, like my head was all over the place then. He's like, you actually remembered and your brothers never remember. And it weren't even like a cheap random bunch of flowers, it was actually a flower basket that had plants in it. But it's the thought that counts at the end of the day. But when she found out that I took him to see Elton John one day, then the next day I took him to see Penn and Teller, and he met them, and then also he got presents the week later on actual Father's Day, she weren't very happy and she made comments about it. But at the end of the day, you should be grateful for what you get, and if someone spends £30 on you or £400, it shouldn't really matter, it's the thought that counts. So if she found out he was getting me the necklace, and it isn't even that expensive really compared to what you can pay for earrings. I mean, necklaces, I'm getting it from Miss Oma. If you want to look at how much things cost on Miss Oma, they vary on Miss Oma. Like, I think the cheapest necklace I saw was like $59, and they go up to like, I don't know, like close to 200. It's obviously in between those prices, it's not 200 and it's not £59, but I know what she's like. So anyway, I think it might have been last weekend, I said to him, because I'm really busy this week with work and appointments and other stuff, and because I'm really ill, I'm not going to get to see her to see, like, give her presents, and I'll need to put this meat in the oven. I said, it might have even been more than a week ago to be honest, I said, like, I asked her to like go for a meal with us, like in the afternoon on Christmas Eve, and he's like, yeah, you can if you want, but you know what your mother's like, she probably won't want to go where we want to go. They always seem to want to go to places super close to where they live, which is nowhere near where I live. I mean, it's not like 100 miles away or anything, but they always want to go to places where you can like get made meals for like $3.99 or $5.99 and buy one get one free, and it's not the sort of food that I particularly like, and it's not good for you, like microwave food, because most of it is microwave food or stuff like that. So I said, well, there was one place I wanted to go originally, and then I was like, no, I don't really want to go over there, and it's nearer to them than us if we went there, and I was like, I don't particularly want to go there, and it's not because it's closer to them than it is for us. I'm just gonna like change subject for a minute. I picked this up yesterday, red cabbage with a spiced cranberry glaze. Takes an hour and a half in the pan. You can do it in the microwave, but I don't think it would be as nice, so I'm going to put this in a pan. I don't even think you put any water or anything in it. So it be a bit excessive to have cabbage as a vegetable as well as this? Because I've got some that I need to finish off. I don't know. Surely this is going to dry out. That's all the liquid and it's saying cook it for an hour and a half. I can't imagine. Just don't get how that's going to not dry out, but we'll soon find out. I think it'll dry out. This sauce smells like jam. Doesn't taste like jam. Ooh. Basically, did I not bring that cup down? Oh yeah, I did. I decided a couple of days ago to go to somewhere else that I like, because I've never been to the other one anyway, but I heard it's good. So I found out we couldn't go on Christmas Eve, I think, so that's why I changed venue. And then I checked with my dad that he could go on the time and day that I'm like hoping to go on, and he said yes. So I texted my mum yesterday and said, me and my dad are going anyway, do you want to come and then I can give you a Christmas presents? Didn't get a reply. So I think nearly 24 hours later my dad rang her up and he's like, did you get the text that she sent you? Because obviously you've not replied and we need to know if you're coming or not, because it's the sort of place that you can't try and like book like an hour before or whatever. So she went, oh, we don't know if we can come because it's too far to come and we can't leave the dog at home. So my dad's like, well, how long do you think it's going to take to get here? Well, to where it is. And she's like, well over an hour, like an hour and 10. And my dad's like, where do you think this place is? And she's like, oh, it's at such and such a place. He went, no, but even if it was there, it's not going to take you an hour and 10 to get from where you live to the restaurant. And she's like, no, it will. And he's like, well, were you like, what route are you taking? And it basically sounded like she was like driving like totally out of the way to come back round to go somewhere else to get to where the restaurant was. And he's like, no, you go on this route. And she's like, oh, we can't leave the dog, it's just a puppy, it's only 6 months old, we can't leave it for longer than 2 hours. And he's like, well, I highly doubt you're going to be like a massive amount longer than 2 hours. And then she said, oh, I'll ring you back. So oh yeah, she had to go speak to her husband. She's like, I'll ring you back. So she rung back. She's like, oh after she went, he actually texted her and said, if you both can't come because of your dog, why don't you just come on your own? And you know, your daughter's gone out of her way to invite you. You can't say she's not tried to like see you. So like half an hour later, I can't remember how long it was, she rang him back and he missed the call, and he rang her back and she told him off for not answering the phone. She thinks they're still married. And then she said, we can't come because we can't leave the dog, and I'm not coming on my own because it'll be dark and I don't want to drive in the dark. And it's not even like it's not even when it's dark. We're not having it when it's dark. God, my battery's dropped from 20% to 10% in the however long I've been since I took the washing out of the dryer. I nearly said out the oven then. So he's like, bring the dog. What do you mean bring the dog? It's like, well, you can bring the dog. We'll just have to, we can't sit in the restaurant park. We'll have to sit in the bar park because it's a country pub. And she's like, all right, are you really sure you can bring dogs? He's like, yeah, there's dogs in the bar, allowed in the bar. She went, oh, I've never heard of that. He said, well, most country pubs, you can bring your dog in. Even non-country pubs, you can take your dog in. So she's like, oh, I'll have to get back to you on that. I'll go and speak to him again, her husband. So off she went, and then my dad went somewhere, and he popped back home before he went back out, and she texted him saying, sorry, we can't make it work, we're not coming. So there you go. And there's several reasons, and we knew this would happen. I mean, she's messed us around since yesterday. Then he felt like he was trying to talk her into seeing her own daughter, because I've not repeated everything that was said, but you know, he was like trying to make it so she would come. And I said, like, originally, as soon as I say where it is, they'll Google the menu and they'll have a problem with the price, which I don't think is overpriced. It's an average of £12 per meal, and some of them go up to 22 if you have the steak, 22, 23, which even for steak isn't that expensive. They do sandwiches that are like £7 and you get crisps and salad, the soup. So it's not like you have to have a £12 meal, £12–14 meal, because that's kind of the average. So I said that would be the main reason why they would say no, because they like to go to places like a £5 for a meal, but we don't particularly like those type of places. We like to go where the meal has actually been cooked while you're there. So that was the first reason. Even before we got any kind of answer, like originally, we said that would be one of the reasons why, would be the price. The second reason is because it's nowhere near them, and it's not massively out of the way. I mean, maximum it would take them to get over there would be half an hour, yet they're saying it's over an hour. So I don't know if they're driving at 10 miles an hour or what, but that was the second reason. And the third reason is my stepdad has a problem with me because of everything that's gone on, which is none of his business at the end of the day, because my dad said that if my mum agreed to come, he was going to ring her up and speak to her and tell her to tell him not to say anything about what's gone on this last year, because it, you know, it'll upset me. Because when I phoned her in June, he was shouting stuff out about it and saying really nasty things about me. But no one likes my stepdad in my family. We tolerate him because he's married to my mum, but we don't like him. He's very dominating. His opinion is the only opinion. He has to have his own way, and he's a big bloke and he throws his weight around. And I know that none of the family like him, but because he's married to my mum, it's just one of those things that you have to put up with. And I don't particularly like him. I put up with him. I've always put up with him. It's just one of those situations. We do it because he's married to my mum. That's it. We don't like him, and you know, he always shouts out inappropriate comments when he's in a mood. He says things, and he doesn't care if he upsets you, and that's how it is. And I would have preferred just her to come, but obviously I can't just invite her. And my dad, like when he texted, he was trying to get her to come, but she didn't want to spend time with her own daughter, and it's fine, and I'm used to it. But a lot of people, when I've tried to explain the situation and things, because they have a relationship with their mother, they don't get it. But I have tried, and I have tried to see her, and that is like, next weekend is the only time I'm going to potentially have to see before Christmas, because I know all this week it's impossible. And she normally like turns up at my dad's office on a Friday every now and then, so he thinks she's going to turn up with my presents and expect hers to be there Friday, but he's not even in the office Friday, and he's not there Thursday either. So that's another reason why I said we're going to have to like invite them for a meal, because we're not going to see him, and I'm not going over to where she lives. I don't want to go to her house. I don't want to be around my stepdad because of what he'll say to me, and the way I feel with how down I am, it'll probably push me over the edge, because he's not very nice about things. And you know, they don't like that I won't talk about any of it with them, because it's none of their business. They've had nothing to do with my life. And she's a big gossip, and she got told something by my dad, which I think is out of order telling her, because then she tells the world. Because we have this saying, it's me and my dad, it's like tell your mother, tell the world, because she just can't keep anything no matter how private it is, no matter how personal it is to that person, she'll just tell everyone because she's a big gossip. And my stepdad doesn't have a clue what's gone on, just little bits and pieces she's told him, and she's probably exaggerated it and made it sound different than what it is because she doesn't know much. And I don't particularly want to see him, but he's made it clear he doesn't want to see me either. But there's no love lost there as far as I'm concerned. The last time I saw him was February because I'd been at hospital all night, and I'd left and I was waiting outside for an hour for my dad, typical of my dad. And then we was going to go and pick my car up, and he got a phone call off her, and my stepdad was being rushed to that very hospital even though he lives nowhere near that hospital. But I guess, I don't know why they took him there, there's probably nearer ones to him. So I picked my car up and we went back because we basically thought he was going to die because he has a lot of things going wrong, and he's basically a walking heart attack, stroke victim kind of thing. Not that he's a victim yet, but you know, because of the size of him and his lifestyle, basically that's what's expected to happen. So we thought, you know, and me that had been up all night and been through something traumatic, I had to like go and act like everything was normal just to offer some kind of support. And that's what I did, and that's the last time I saw him, and he was a right mess. But they sent him home, and then his dentist convinced him he had cancer, and it turned out he didn't have cancer. And yeah, that was that. But is this big dominating force that is very pushy and he's not particularly liked by anyone in the family. The battery's going to die, I'll be back in a second. This is so gonna fall off here when I do this. The battery kept flashing up. It's on 5%, so I've had to plug it in. So they're the main reasons why they're not coming. It's because where it is, the cost of the food, and because it's me. But I'm not bothered about seeing him. You know, he's nothing to do with me. It's just a marriage. I don't care. We've never liked him, but obviously when your mum marries someone, you just put up with them. But she texts my dad, and like my dad said to me, like, he's obviously throwing his weight around, and she didn't ring and tell my dad because he would have been in the background shouting stuff out because he's very nasty. So I said, well, there's going to be a problem with giving her a Christmas present because you know how busy I am this coming week. I mean, he doesn't know what my appointments are or anything, or my meetings, but he knows I'm struggling to fit everything in, and I'm stressed out, and like I'm struggling with this illness now as well, like it's just getting worse. He don't know that I'm feeling really down, but I think he knows a little bit, but I've not gone around telling him how I feel because I'm just trying to get through this week without completely cracking up. So the only kind of days I will have a little bit of time is Saturday and Sunday, but that's if I get everything done. I'm trying to like get everything done that I would normally do on a Sunday on the Saturday. I know I'll have to do some stuff on Sunday, so then I can hopefully relax a little bit Monday, Tuesday. But so I don't know when she's planning on actually seeing me. She's probably not even planning on seeing me, and my dad said she probably just wants to drop the presents off at the office, but he's not going to be there. So for anyone who says I don't try and see my mum or I don't make an effort, I've made an effort. I didn't need to make the effort because she doesn't love me, but I did, and I've put a lot of thought into her Christmas present, whereas me, she's asked for a list and I don't really want anything. In the earrings, she'll just say are too expensive, yet she'll spend a lot more than that on my brother's, so I've just had to like forcibly put a list together of stuff that I don't particularly want massively, but I can't think of anything right now. But she wants it now, and she said to my dad on the phone earlier, she's leaving it a bit late. She'll be lucky if she gets anything off the list. I'll just give her something that I pick up, probably knowing it'd be a doily or something. She has really like bad taste, but I'd rather have nothing. Like, I'd rather her just donate the money to a charity, because I honestly don't want anything at the moment. It's just how I feel, and that's it really. Normally I could sit and write a long list and then of things that I really want, and then I like put on what I want the most, and then I get some stuff off that, and it's normally easy, but there's nothing really that I want other than to like not be nagging it and not feel as low as I feel at the moment, because like I'm really struggling and it gets worse every day. And like, this is going to be like a hard week. I'm so busy. Like last week I was as well, and the week before, but this week it's just like, it's impossible. This is the week that's going to feel like it's not going to end, and I'm scared that I'm going to collapse with this illness because it's getting to that point, but I don't want to let people down, so I just don't know what's going to happen or how I'm going to get through this week physically, let alone mentally. And I've hardly got anything done today, so just feel like crap. I don't know how this is going to take an hour and a half, because already a lot of the juice is disappearing. I don't understand it. Maybe that's why it's reduced. No one wants to buy it because it's rubbish. I don't know. There's probably a video going up at 6 o'clock. I don't know what it's about. I know what tomorrow's is about, that the Devon videos, but tomorrow's could be about anything really, because it's just random clips that I could upload. That's it. I don't think I have anything else to say. It's just, I feel like crap. I'm going to show you something, because I keep going on about these, just taking the phone off charge, these gift baskets I'm making, the food ones. I've not put them together yet, but I've stacked all the food together on my table in here, so I'm going to quickly go through what I've got. So here we start with the reindeers. Then there's 2 boxes of dairy box. Then I've got 3 panettones here. And then here I've got 3 packs of mince pies. Sorry about that pause. I had to sit down for a minute. I'm going to put the colour on so you can actually see properly. So I've got 3 Panettones there. Then here there's 3 packs of mince pies. And then I don't know how many of these I've got here. But I've got a stack of these and then the money one there that I showed in a video. Then I've got 2 more reindeers. Then I've got 4 small Christmas puddings. I've got Cadbury's Festive Friends there. Then I've got a bag of Quality Street, a bag of chocolate orange minis, exploding candy one. Then I've got all these reindeers here. Then I've got some chocolate macaroons here. I've got some more reindeers. I've got 2 small boxes of milk tray. I've got some Oreo thins. I've got a doggy who likes to open the door completely when I don't want it open. Because basically if you come up my path you can see into here, so I don't want that. Then I've got, I don't even think I said these, I've got some red cushion stars, 2 bags, 3 bags, Oreo thins, a chocolate log. There's something missing. Oh yeah, there they are. Mint, what are they called? Those thing sticks. Matchsticks, aren't they? Yeah, matchmakers now. Then I've got 1 bag of the hearts and another bag of the stars. These I'm keeping for myself because they've run out totally in the shop, and in case they don't get any more, I'm keeping these for here for Christmas. Then I've got a tin of the Christmas cookies. I've got another panettone, and I've got 2 mint After 8 mint rip-offs, and that's everything. I have wrote a list of things that I need. I've also wrote a list of what I'm going to put in every box, because I'm not going to go super over the top. I still need to get custard, and I've decided to get a packet of custard. I'm pretty sure people can boil a kettle and make the custard. So so in each Christmas basket is going to be 8 things. So they're going to get a panettone or a panettone, depending how you pronounce it, where you're from. A box of mince pies, a box or a packet of chocolate. So as you saw, there were small milk trays. I couldn't get any more of them. If I can get more of them, it's going to be one of them. Or if not, there's those packets like the Quality Street one. I'm not going to give the chocolate orange one because it's got popping candy, and I'm going to give that just as a snack for like in work, not for me because I don't like chocolate orange. Then they're going to get a Christmas pudding. As you saw, they were individual sized. Then they're going to get like a packet of custard. I don't even know how much it is. I know you can get a can really cheap, so if the cans are cheaper than the cheapest mixed packet, I'm going to get the can. Then they're going to get chocolate mints, aka After 8s. So we're either going to get one of those knockoff After 8s or the matchsticks, and I need one more. I need 2 boxes because I'm doing a 5th hamper as a Christmas / birthday present for someone that I work with. Then they're going to get Leb Cushion hearts or stars. There's only 1 heart, the rest are stars. Or is that the other way around? I don't know, you've just seen. And then they're going to get either Christmas cookies or biscuits. So you saw the big tin of cookies. They're going to get them or a smaller box or a bigger box. Of biscuits each as well. So that's everything that they're going to get, and I'm doing 4, and then I'm doing a 5th one for the person one of the people that I work with, because it's their birthdays like over Christmas. And that's that. My table's full. I've got 21 reindeers on there. I was going to get 25. I think at the moment they need 16, but I said I'd get extra because you don't know who else is going to turn up. And I know like parents are invited of some staff members, so I'm going to get another 4, and that's 25, and there's one at the office, so there's 26 in total. But I've got a feeling someone would have eaten that one by now. So that's everything that I've got, and that's it really. I can't believe I've been talking for nearly an hour, and this actually needs to go back on charge because it's saying 2%, and I don't want my battery to die because it takes forever to come back on. Has anyone ever noticed that? It takes forever to come back on. It's so annoying. I think this is going to stick to the pan before it gets to an hour and a half. I don't understand why it takes an hour and a half or 7 minutes in the microwave, 8 minutes in the microwave. It just makes no sense to me. But I'm going to have to go because I do have some stuff to sort out, and I don't know, I wasn't even going to do a video, but I just wanted to like talk about my mum and just to show that I do try. It's not me, and to be honest, most people wouldn't try after all this time and after like things she's said and done, and her husband, like, and do you know what annoys me about her husband? Like, A, we don't really go out for meals with them anyway because they'll come, they'll eat and rush off straight away, so they'll turn up and be gone within an hour. As soon as they've had their last mouthful, they're off. They always moan about the price of things, and she always sends her meals back and causes a scene so she can get a refund. So another reason is because he'll literally sit and eat off your plate, so you'll get something, and even if it's not something he particularly would have ordered himself, he will help himself to whatever's on your plate if you sat next to him. He's done that to me many a time. Or like you'll order something and he's not ordered it because he doesn't want to buy extra. Like if we get a starter, he'll moan because he's not got a starter, then he'll start eating your starter. So there you go. So I don't know when she's gonna get her presents, because every time I think about what I've got to do this week, I just feel like my head's gonna fall off, because I don't know how I'm going to do it. I'm struggling to get everything done today. Like, I've just done a video for an hour. I'm pretty sure I could have got a lot done. I mean, not the speed I'm moving at, but I could have got a couple of things sorted. I'm trying to dry my bedding, I'm trying to cook, I'm trying to not crack up. That'd be good. But the way I'm feeling, I just don't care anymore. I'm just trying to keep everyone happy. My doctor wants me to take time off work. I can't take time off work. They won't pay me sick pay. They won't even pay me holiday pay anymore. Anyone want to work where I work, you can. So yeah, I honestly believe this is going to overcook, but I'll have to wait and see if I'm right or wrong. I'm going to take it off the heat every now and then because it's on the lowest hob, on the lowest heat, and I don't know, I just don't think, I think it'll, I don't know, I'm not making any promises when I'll be back. I don't do that anymore. Like I said, last video I made put me under enormous pressure in April, May, June to get to July, because I'd said in a video I was going to definitely carry on daily till July. It made me worse how I felt because of what had happened, so I'm not making any promises. As far as I'm concerned or can see right now, there won't be an overnight video, but it depends on my plans or how I feel or numerous other things. Like last night I took a very large dose of pain relief and that knocks me out anyway, so the last thing I was thinking about, and I couldn't have done it anyway, but was doing videos. So yeah, that's all I've really got to say. It's not a fun video, but this is reality of how I feel right now. The pain's bad, my head's bad, I don't have a really good family. You can welcome to have my family, you can join my family if you want. And people like don't think it doesn't bother me, because it does. It's just I'm used to it. I've had this since I was 12. I even had it before she left. She wasn't particularly that nice to me. So just because I'm not here like crying or acting upset, of course it bothers me. It would bother the like person like when nothing bothers them, of course it does, but there's nothing I can do. My dad went out of his way to try and get her to come. I'm a daughter, but I might as well be a stranger as far as she's concerned. I think a stranger would have had more chance of her turning up, so who knows when I'll see her, because I'm busy, my dad's not at the office when she's likely to come across, so that's all I can say.